kids, today we're going to be multiplying mixed numbers and converting mixed numbers. We're going to have 3 total examples. Our first example is multiply fraction by mixed number. 1/3 times 1 and 1/4. The first thing we want to do is look at the mixed number 1 and 1/4, and we want to change that to a fraction greater than 1, or an improper fraction. When you hear me say fraction greater than 1, it's the same as saying improper fraction. So we're going to change 1 and 1/4. First, we need to look at the 4 as our denominator because we would like to keep that as the denominator. Next, we're going to multiply the denominator times the whole number. 4 times 1 is going to give us 4. I am going to cross out the 4 times 1 so you can see that that operation has been taken care of. Next, we are going to add 1 to this 4. So we're going to have 4 plus 1 equals 5, and 5 becomes our numerator. So now we have 5/4, or 5/4. Now we will rewrite this problem as 1/3, because we did not need to change to 1/3, times 5/4. And then we will simply multiply numerator times numerator. 1 times 5 is 5. Denominator times denominator. 3 times 4 is 12. And that will give us 5/12. We will check to see if it's in simplest form, and 5/12 is in simplest form, so we do not need to do anything more to this problem. 5/12 is our answer. Let's look at example number 2. In this example, we will multiply whole number by a mixed number. 12 times 2 and 1/6. We need to focus on the 2 and 1/6, and we need to change it to a fraction greater than 1. We're going to look at our denominator, and we're going to keep the denominator the same. We want to keep it 6. Then we're going to multiply 6 times 2, and that is going to give us 12. We're going to cross out the 6 times 2. That's taken care of. And we're going to add 1 to this 12. And we're going to be adding 12 plus 1, and that's going to give us 13. So 13 is our numerator. 13/6. Now we're going to rewrite this problem as 12 times 13/6. We will multiply the whole number 12 by the numerator 13. That's going to give us 156. And our denominator, remember, is 6, so we leave it as 6. This will give us 156 over 6, or 156/6. In order for us to solve for 156/6, we need to divide. 156 over 6 is the same thing as saying 156 divided by 6. So we're going to use division to finish solving this problem. 156 divided by 6. We're going to see how many groups of 6 we can take out of 156 without going over. And we can take out 20 groups of 6. 6 times 20 is 120. We can subtract. We can take 120 from 156, and that's going to give us a difference of 36. How many groups of 6 are in 36? That's going to be 6 groups. 6 times 6 is 36. We're going to subtract, and that will give us a difference of 0. We are going to add 20 plus 6 to find our quotient. We add 20 plus 6, and that's going to give us 26. And 26 is going to be the quotient. And this lets us know that 156/6 equals 26. And this is our answer for this problem. Now let's take a look at our last example. In this example, we'll be multiplying mixed numbers by mixed number. So we have 1 2/3 times 4 2/5. We're going to look at the 1 2/3 first, and we're going to convert that into a fraction greater than 1. We notice that our numerator is 3, so we're going to keep it 3. We're going to multiply 1 times 3. That's 3. And then we're going to cross out the 1 times the 3. Now we're going to add 2 with the 3. And we're going to have 3 plus 2 equals 5. 5 is going to be our numerator. So we have 5/3 or 5 over 3. We're going to look at next the 4 2/5, and we're going to convert that to a fraction greater than 1 or an improper fraction. We notice that the numerator is 5, so we're going to leave it as 5. We are going to multiply 4 times 5, and that is going to give us 20. I'm going to cross this out since we've already taken care of the 4 times 5. We're going to add 2 with the 20. So we're going to have 20 plus 2 equals 22. And 22 is our numerator. Now we're going to rewrite this problem as 5/3 times 22/5. We then multiply 5 times 22, numerator times numerator is 110. 3 times 5 is 15, denominator times the denominator, and we will get 110 over 15. 110 over 15 is a fraction greater than 1. We're going to need to change this back to a mixed number. So we're going to divide 110 divided by 15. We can multiply 15 times 7 groups, and that will give us 105. We can subtract 110 minus 105, and we're going to have a difference of 5. I want you to notice that 0 minus 5 is not 5, and then 1 minus 0, we'll put 1 for 15. Notice that this had to be regrouped. So this one was a 0, and then this is really a 10. So it's 10 minus 5 is 5. So that's how we're going to get that. Our quotient is 7. So 7 plus nothing, that gives us 7. And then we have a remainder of 5. Now we have to take this information and make it a mixed number. And the way that we do that is that we have 7 as our whole number. We're going to have 5 as our numerator, and 15 is the denominator. So we have 7 5/15. 110 over 15 equals 7 5/15. Now we have to see if this is in simplest form. It is not in simplest form, so I need to divide. I'm going to divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number, and that's going to be 5. And when we do that, now we're going to have 7 1/3. 7 1/3 is our final answer for this problem. Make sure you rewatch the video as many times as you need to. Make sure you slow down at the parts that may have been confusing to you. And most importantly, if you have any questions about what's in the video, please remember to ask your teacher. Bye for now.